Have you seen any girls?
I don't know, man.
You haven't seen any girls?
They're the hive.
Hive? What is that? Oh, girl. No. Another one. This is number 5, guys. This is girls bathroom for my head. You're the 5th girl we found tonight. Yeah, you could be. We're going to just stick to our room for a minute. Because we don't want to lose track of the girls. It might not be. Then pretend I farted on you. That sounds like a real fart. Right now. I'm like Rambo. I don't do a bullet. I ignore that. You just pull it back, and then let it go. I'm Rambo. You don't just turn it off. Come on, get
Save all the girls.
Don't come and get me. Come on, don't do it. Oh, come get me. You'll be with me. You'll be alone with me together. Oh, I'm cheap. Now we know each other. Someone sing like the Mario end theme song and we're going to dance. Yeah. We just can't do it alone. I found her first. If the series is humorous enough, it would have made a great joke in the series.
That's
Just
true.
randomly, out of the blue.
Oh, by the way.
In your hair.
What?
Because I just randomly out of the blue. Hey, did you do something with your hair? No. Why? I was going to do a mission.
Middle of your business premiering tonight in here, I think at 9. Woo!
Send in out is gonna let us know when it's out, but we haven't estimated on when it's actually starting.
Hold on. You got that? Sorry. Cool. All right. Well, I will find Craig when he gets down here and find out what's up with the beta. Cool. I don't know anything about this. Enjoy your cereal.
How do you do a beta for a
Can you see anything? I know, but still, can you never know. Can you see anything? You are going there now. Oh, no. Jumping like crazy, man. Oh, no. Now, I want to see you hold down the white button. Hold it down.
left.
Press up. Now, if you want to run fast, hold down and press up. Or hold down up and press Y.
Right.
Yeah, 100 points, man. All right. Well, congratulations. You'll get a, hold on, I don't want to give it away just yet. We gotta have a threshold for this. We need a threshold for Billy Mitchell's hot sauce. What should the threshold be? 500 points. All right. We'll get you a book as well. All right. We'll get you a crazy book as well. All right. 500 points is the threshold for Billy Mitchell's hot sauce. Right? We'll give away one more shirt, and then we'll go for the Billy Mitchell's hot sauce. We'll be the first one. So, one more look. All right, here we go. Get this one over. This game is so fun. It's like later on in the game, this game is all about timing and running and jumping, and nobody might get to know it.
So square to that game.
Yeah. The same people who made good old Final Fantasy every time. Hey, look how many points! That was an exciting 0 points. There you go. Is that good? Did you see anything out of that? Nope. Okay, good. All right, here we go. You ran into a ball. A green ball. Beautiful. He's checking.
Left.
Jump! Might have to throw you off now, right?
That's cruel.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's it. Wah. Let's go. Come on, put in the 100, please.
How we doing here?
I can see my hands.
That's good.
I think that's about all you can.
There's a lot of people who play games. We're looking at
Okay, am I starting?
You are starting. Jump!
To the left.
That mushroom is instant win. Just like, if you get that mushroom, man, that's what it's all about. That's super fun.
That's Mario.
That mushroom, I'll tell you what. Baby jumps don't hold in this game. Big jump. One more.
Left. Go backwards.
Game over.
start. No.
In 3. We're playing in 3 on a giant screen. Oh!
It's horrible.
I know. Unlike Mario, the mushrooms are instant death. You're now on your final life, sir. Big up!
It's a poison mushroom. Good God. Where's your
Jump! Run fast. Run fast. Jump!
Damn.
Good game. You learn on the fly. B is jump. Y is run fast.
Never grab anything. What's shoot?
Here we go. Y is also shoot. The simplicity of a 2D NES game. Except this is 3D. Not really. Can you imagine a game with both sets of graphics?
That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I did it on the first time. Oh, if you land on those guys, you can actually score points.
Are you sure?
So, yes. Oh! Shoot! 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 Oh! He actually got the gun. That's a crazy rocket.
Shoot! 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 Let's try V8 start.
Look at it. 0!
Oh yeah!
Whoa.
Easy there, man. John's already broken it up.
We're trying to score points on 3D World Runner.
It's 200 on the threshold.
Tell you what, you might be right.
What's the difference? Make it 300.
300. We'll do 300. All you gotta do is get something.
Alright, sorry.
Let's start. What are you gonna go for 300? 300 is now being the threshold for building actual hot dogs. Oh! Almost he went out of the way there. Alright. That's the point. I can't even see. That's right. Just man.
Hold the button.
Alright, here we go. Go slow to start. Slow. Right. Down.
Doesn't matter.
Take your time. Run fast. Jump. Big jump. Big jump up this game, man. That's the game over.
Don't cry in the
Good
circle.
try.
It's going to somebody.
A little different this game. Here we go. 3D World Runner. We're trying to get 300 points on 3D World Runner. B is to jump. Y is to run fast. Y is also to shoot.
Like first
I
level.
like that Nazir made this game. That's it. If you look at the bottom of the credits, it says by Nazir. Watch out for the open. That might be a fast and death. Oh, nice. Alright, go left, slow. Left. Look at
Right.
oh, go first off. Can he jump? Jump. Big jump. Go yeah. Jump. Big jump, hold it down. Oh! We can advance further than that. That's pretty good. Yes, you know that you want to not the fastest, you not the longest. Alright, now it's all about jumping on these guys. Here's my tip to you guys. If you don't get the gun, baby jump. Baby jump to that start to jump on the little green thing. That's one big jump. Go. Oh. I want to yell when you stand there with your Alright, here we go.
How many more victims do we have?
Got quite a few. Alright.
Yes, victim. Because not one of us has scored a point.
200 points. 200 points is now the threshold for building the hot dog.
Get it.
200 points. Now you don't get a shot for Big jump, big jump, big jump. Oh. All right. Stop, go left, just a little. Right. Baby jump, baby jump. Big jump. Oh. That's sad. You're close, man. You're very close.
Get it. All right, you got it.
You're still in the columns right now. You're still in the columns. Now you're out. Big jump. It's more than just speed. All right. That is it. Good job. Pass it on 200 points. Good effort. Suppose he gives you an extra hit. Like if you already hit one of those green guys. No, the disability is like an atom. Later on as well. Here we go. Have you played this before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, boy, you just did it. Baby jump. Oh. Do you want to play right now? Go straight. Left. There, straight. He has one more leg to go. Look at this little leg guy in the bottom right corner. That's what it is. Going straight. Hey, look at that score, man. All right, man. You get it. Since you stuck the lead there, everybody. You get 200 points. 200 points earns you build this lots off. Congratulations. All right. You're going to eat now. Anytime, we're just going to open the floor up to questions and stuff. So anytime you can ask us whatever you want. So, for those of you who don't know, just everybody who is out of the actual Screw Attack HQ right now. So we're going from that side. This side, who is that? Oh, is that Destin? Oh, I can't see the big crap hits in the way, right? We got Destin, we got Ben, we got Brian, we got Jose, we have Jared, the newest member to come on down from the Wood. Chad, Court, myself, Craig, and so are you guys ready to go? Here we go. So fire away.
That's an opening statement. I am better than them, so instead of bringing them.
Sorry. Anybody have any questions?
Got a question, Rachel. How did you get the nickname Nervous Nick?
How did you know
Because he's nervous all the time. That's really how it is.
Okay, well, I had just started, and like I was editing the 10th video, so Craig could see what I could do, with editing videos and all that. I was, stuck back there, and San Jose went out for lunch. They came back and said, okay, you got the perfect name for you. What? Nervous Nick. So I was like, I tried to think of something better, but I couldn't, so.
The reason why we call him Nervous Nick is because he takes so long to explain everything, because he's trying to figure out what he's saying.
It's true. And like Nick legitimately, like when I'll be sitting like in my office or something, and he'll come around the corner, and it's one of those things where when you watch TV, you see like really awkward moments, and like there's some guys who are really good at awkward moments, and Nick is really good at awkward moments without knowing he's good at awkward moments. You just kind of stand there and he'll wait like just an additional second, like after he's done talking to you, because you think you have something else to say, or you think you have something else to say, but he really doesn't, and then you just kind of turn and walk off. And you're like, oh, thank you for that. Nick, good work. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. Yes.
Craig, when did Screw Attack start and why did you start it?
When did Screw Attack start and why did I start it? Screw Attack started, it launched in February 2006, after about 2 months of planning, as much as you can, I guess more so learning, with a crappy little website that was HTML based that my brother made, and it was crappy, and it's all it turned into. Why did it start? Because honestly, I don't like I always like, I didn't want to work for anybody else. You know, for lack of, really, I mean, I finished school and I was like, well, I don't really want to deal with anybody else's crap, you know? I'm gonna give out the crap.
I don't think it's that bad to me. Keep your crap,
You can
right?
get lots
Keep
of
your crap
crap.
over there.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. That's the long and short of it.
Do you think we can see a time controller with all you some time featured in?
No.
It'd be the craziest thing ever.
Person side scrollers?
I don't think it would be fun. I would make it fun of Jared, Chad. I don't know. Actually, that would be kind of fun.
We got most of us in there that one day.
That one day we did, yeah.
Football debate.
Yeah.
That was epic.
Now, if it's all of us at the same time, that would be ridiculous. But maybe like a couple people, maybe some more people.
Wait, this is kind of like what side scrollers would be like, I think, with everybody, except you guys are, it's just like an hour of forum questions, I guess, so.
Right now is the answer.
Yeah, right now.
Except you only have 2 mics, so not everybody's talking at once.
Tell us what's happening in Australia.
Well, in Australia, something crazy because there's always.
Kangaroos are hungry.
What happens on all side scrolling ninja stories come from Australia? There's something like that. Like, yeah, I don't think a 8-9 person side scroller would be really fun to listen to because everyone would be talking over each other. And, you know, I don't know. I think this is as close as you're gonna get to that. So, anyway, yeah.
You guys ever think Duke Forever or Half-Life 2 is ever going to come out?
Do we think Duke Nukem Forever or Half-Life 2 is gonna come? Half-Life 2.
I think Three Realms is going through support stuff right now, and if they get that sorted out, hopefully those games will be released because they look pretty close to completion actually. Three Realms is awesome.
Nick, your thoughts?
No comment.
Your thoughts?
I think you're most likely to see Half-Life 3 come out before Duke Nukem, obviously. I sort of wish Valve had made Half-Life 3 instead of Left 4 Dead 2, but that's okay. And Portal 2 instead of Left 4 Dead 2. So.
Bankro.
Shut up.
I'm going to go ahead and wait till after your speech because you said that for that.
I mean, it's awesome, but come on, Portal 2, Half-Life 3.
As much as I do want to see Duke Nukem Forever, I think it's just hilarious and something that keeps happening. Ongoing joke. But yeah, I definitely think that we'll see Half-Life 3 before you see Duke Nukem Forever.
I'm also in the Half-Life 3 before Duke Nukem Forever box, but we still have to see Half-Life 2 Episode 3 before we see Half-Life 3. So 20 years from now. And you're listening to an old side scroller like you're listening.
Well, Dave, I want you both going purple.
That's not going to happen.
Or that's fun.
Duke Nukem before Half-Life. I'm going to call it right now. That's big.
Really?
That's different from everybody else. Well, I'll go with that route too. Duke Nukem before Half-Life because Duke's cooler. It's important.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, there you guys are.
What do you hope to accomplish with Screw Attack? World domination. We're over there, so move on.
Jose, a stereotype?
Have a fun job for a long time. That's about it. We accomplished. Pay the bills and have fun doing it. You know.
Make gaming less serious. What about fun?
No, get it serious.
Take Screw Attack, Game Attack to the top of the retail chain. Shaking in their boots. Jared, their money piles, whatever you got now.
When is this going to happen? When is it going to be the best?
It's already started. You guys y'all went to Game Attack booth at the vendor room, right? Yeah, it's already started, man. It's already started.
They got a whole list of the nerds ready to roll. You're like, okay, give them a mic down there. You guys are sharing the mic. You don't need to take the mic. Fine. I'll take them both. I get my own bike.
I'm still in your free.
I don't have anything in there.
All right.
I think the ultimate goal for me with Screw Attack is just to have a. I think this is an awesome first step. I mentioned this in today on my panel that this is really surreal, I think, for all of us, just to see how many people that our content really affects on a day-to-day basis and is seen. The number one goal and the driving force behind Screw Attack is and will always be the community. That is why the focus of version 4, the new site that's coming, is so geared towards you. You guys are featured, you guys are the main focus of the site. Long-term goal with Screw Attack, I mean, if you would have told me, like, okay, we were sitting in Golden Corral. You guys know Golden Corral? Yeah. Lounge. We're sitting in Golden Corral 3 months, 3, 4 months ago or whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what do you guys think of like having a game store? And like this is just off the tongue-in-cheek talk or whatever. And they're like, yeah, that'd be cool. And I'm thinking like, maybe 2, 3 years from now we have a game store or something. And like 2 months later, we have this game store in our lap, and it's really just a really cool opportunity. So, what does the future hold for us? I don't know, but the epicenter of everything is always going to be you, and you guys, and making everything cater towards the G1, which is our core. So that's the most important thing. So what does the future hold for us? I don't know. I mean, we're obviously looking to make things better for everybody, but while keeping you guys involved. So, Nick, your thoughts on that?
I've always seen us going to TV. We've always said G4 is our competition. So I think maybe in the distant future, or maybe not so distant, keeping the game store in mind, I think TV.
One thing that I think would be awesome, which there are shows about making cakes. There are shows about, like the most random stuff, like reality shows. I would love for there to be a reality show about Screw Attack. Like, ongoing stuff on a day-to-day basis. I think people would either be incredibly bored with what goes on, or incredibly enthralled with the day-to-day stuff. Because there's some days we're just going around, like daily on the Screw Attack HQ, because we got the website, and we have the of course Game Attack now, which is literally 5 minutes from the HQ. We obviously SGC. I think people would be really interested in seeing the planning behind it, and just how off the cuff some of the stuff we produce on the site actually is. I think that'd be really sweet. I mean, we can all have a moment.
It would be like 8 hours of us on laptops, except for those days of sleep. Then 5 minutes of actual production.
Just gotta say, how long can you watch 4 people do nothing but answer emails and the other 4 do nothing but edit?
And then we would have to be censored. No.
There would be at least 20 minutes of hardcore Street Fighter 3 action every day.
Unless Chad is playing with Craig, and then that's another hour.
I think the next question is, we had.
What would you like to see a bit more in gaming?
What would we like to see in what?
In gaming.
In gaming, like games themselves?
Yeah, like an idea for a game or something.
An idea for a game? Well, one thing I've always been huge on, ever since I've been small, little kid, was I've always been huge on co-op games. Like straight co-op, not co-op competitive, but just co-op games. And lately we're seeing a huge surge of that with all Xbox Live and current generation stuff. So definitely want to see some more of that. Right now, in the current industry, where the heck are the RPGs, man? There are nothing on. There's nothing on first-person shooters. Fixing classic.
Yeah!
Congress better for day 2.
Okay, I sort of ended yesterday, and it's probably going to become expected for me. I know they're going to release the Old Republic a minute ago, but I really want a true Photo War 3.
Yeah!
I want to be a renegade, damn it!
Also, too.
Us.
Killer Instinct 3.
Metal Gear Defense video game. I like to see some more schmucks, like Arrow Fighters, the UN Squadron. I like schmucks built on Pachi.
Giveaway. Only 7.
actually don't know what I want the game, really. Call of Duty 4.256. Exactly. I want that. Give me that. Pokemon Duty? Oh, no, God.
But I would like to see less crappy peripherals from Nintendo. And I don't consider Nintendo part of the game, business anymore. I think they're an entertainment business that kind of does games occasionally. That's just me. Because I think that Nintendo has strayed so far. Watching, at their press conference this year, I was like, oh my God, there's a reason why they did with the new Metroid game, the other end, because they wanted everybody to leave with a happy taste in their mouth after getting pooped on for the first 45 minutes, So, I don't get the vitality sensor. I don't get the Wii Motion Plus. It should have done it when we first got it, congratulations, like I mentioned in the video, congratulations, it took you 3 years to make your controller work, I've been a Nintendo fan my entire life, but I just don't get what the hell's going on they can make great games. They obviously make great games. See Mario Galaxy, see Baby Mario, see their first party titles. Majority of them are great. But
Gingerbread Man.
Yeah, there's Gingerbread Man and stuff like that. I don't know. Nintendo is disappointingly great, and I'm a sad puppy. So relationships, things change, things evolve. There was an evolution of Screw Attack at the time where he wanted to go one direction, I wanted to go another, and that's kind of the way it went. Obviously, if that didn't happen, no one would be here. You would not be here because the SGC wouldn't exist. Game Attack wouldn't exist. Hard News wouldn't exist. Putos wouldn't exist. None of this stuff would exist if that change isn't made. Screw Attack version 4 wouldn't exist. I'm very ambitious in where I think Screw Attack can go, because I believe in the community, and I've always put full belief in the community and the G1s and kind of what they bring to the site. So a change needed to be made. It was really hard because he was a friend of mine for a decade, literally 10 years, and it's really hard to make a business decision, which that's what it was. It was a business decision, and it's carried over into a personal thing because I reached out to him several times and received nothing back. So that's kind of what happened, and all you do is wait until he's ready to send me an email back. So we actually
So you haven't heard back?
No, last time I saw him was at E3, saw a couple of their guys, and said, hey, if you guys ever want to make a video, let's do it. And haven't heard back. So that's where it's at right now. So, I think we've gone out of our way to be really cool about things, and, that's what it is. So, yeah, for full details, go to the postal forum, definitely.
I think that crew has moved on, and we wish them the best of luck. And we really just wish everybody else could move on.
Like the SGC question earlier, why can't there just be 2 websites? Why can't there be 2, 3, 4, 5 websites of people that make content that you can watch? It's good for everybody, And like I said, everybody's here for a reason, and it's really, really cool. So good luck to them, good luck to us. We're doing our thing, they're doing their thing, and nothing but the best will come. So cool. Let's end on another question. In the back, white shirt. What's up? One arcade game, and I think we have 2 third strikes. We have an NBC2.
Get a Neo Geo machine with all the slots we can't fill with King of Fighters and Metal Slug. And Metal Fighters.
Galaga.
The lesser known Capcom game was Dungeons & Dragons, Tower of Doom, or Shadow of the Thank you! One of the great team ups of all time.
Calm down there, Demon or Dragon Master Jerry.
too, because I think that game is awesome.
I hate being redundant, but I already own it, Killer Instinct.
I would, contrary to popular belief, I would actually have a plate choice 10, except it wouldn't be a plate choice 10, it would be a plate choice everything. And it would have all the NES games on it that you can play on the arcade. So there you go. Okay, we actually got to wrap up because we have, of course, some things coming up here at about 1 o'clock, which I'm sure you guys want to be a part of. We do. Mr. Thompson will acknowledge you. You will then acknowledge that Mr. Thompson. You will then stand up. Angel will have the microphone come to you, and you'll ask your question. So, without further ado, Mr. Thompson.
It's good to be with you. It's obviously the 4th of July. It's a benefit for me to be here for a lot of reasons. In Miami, the locals shoot their guns into the air on the 4th of July, also on New Year's, and there's always somebody who gets hit on top of the head with a bullet that's descending to earth. Gravity is not something fully understood in Miami. So I'm going to probably get more rest on this trip because of the gunfire that you can hear really any night in Miami. I appreciate being here with you all for a lot of reasons. I've been on a couple hundred college campuses over the last 13, 14 years. I was involved in the controversy over the Miami rap group 2 Live Crew, and was involved in their in the verdict that rendered their album obscene. And the reason I did that was I had represented sexually abused women and children as a lawyer, and it concerned me as to the content of that album. Similarly, I've been involved in the video game issue since about 1998, when I represented 3 families of 3 girls who were shot and killed in the Paducah school shooting by 13-year-old Michael Carneal, who was an obsessive player of Doom. And just to finish with this sort of self-introduction, we filed a federal lawsuit in the federal court in Paducah in 1999 in April, alleging that the video game had motivated and actually trained him to shoot in the fashion that he did, very unusual shooting technique that he used. And this was indeed the testimony of a world-renowned forensic pediatric psychiatrist, Diane Shetke at Yale, at his criminal trial, that the video game and also the Basketball Diaries movie had figured in why he did what he did. So the day after we filed that federal lawsuit, I was on the Today Show with 3 of these parents, and Matt Lauer asked me, Mr. Thompson, based upon what you learned about the Paducah school shooting, what do you fear? And I said, well, what we fear is that some other teenage boys here in America will see the same movie and play the same game and do something similar or worse. 1 week later, in April, Columbine happened, and we knew within about 72 hours that Klebold and Harris had played obsessively the game Doom, said in their videotaped suicide note that they wanted to replicate the game Doom in the hallways of Columbine. 60 Minutes saw what amounted to that prediction, and that next Sunday we did 60 Minutes at the request of Ed Bradley, who wanted us to explain to the nation the concerns we had about underage kids playing mature-rated video games and the behavioral consequences that might have. So the reason I related all that, and we were talking at lunch about what kind of man Ed Bradley was, and I could give you a whole hour about what a cool guy he was, but what is gratifying to me personally in this journey that I've been on. And one reason I want to be here is to explain to you I'm not the jackass, I don't think, that I've been portrayed to be. My wife might disagree with me on that, but it's very difficult to get through the filter of sites like Game Politics and so forth and try and make it known who you really are. But 6 years later, I'll end with this. I was back again on 60 Minutes. Has nothing to do with me. You'll know that by the end of this hour, that I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But what's gratifying is that this issue that I've been on has had legs, as they say in the news business. I was sitting there across from Ed Bradley again for the second time. He was dying of leukemia. He had gotten out of his deathbed to come to Alabama to interview me about these 3 cops who were killed by a kid who had literally trained on GTA to do it. And Ed Bradley asked me to do 60 Minutes again because he believed that we have a problem here with games that are targeted to people in an age group that shouldn't be playing them. So if you don't believe me, believe Ed Bradley. I would tell you that it's a testimony, I think, to the importance of this issue that you're here. And that's very gratifying to me personally, that you would take time to be here and that give me the opportunity to talk about this issue that I care about, that surely you care about, anybody who cares about video games, anybody who cares about this country, anybody who cares about families, about safety, also about the First Amendment, should be here. And that's what I hope we're going to talk about. So fire away, so to speak. Yes, sir. It's like the Donahue Show. I did the Donahue Show with Luther Campbell in 1990. That tells you how old I am. There's our Phil Donahue right there with the microphone. Angel.
Sir, I'm a little prettier than Phil Donahue.
I didn't hear you.
I said, sir, I'm a little prettier than Phil Donahue.
His age is dead.
My name's Jacob Sanders. I'm from Houston. First, thanks for coming out and being with us. I know it's kind of intimidating to be surrounded by a group of people which must look like, you know, sort of the people who've been targeting you.
You look like Americans to me.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to ask, are there any video games that you yourself enjoy playing? I know that it's not all just GTA and Halo and, you know, the violent stuff, but are there any
Space Invaders, I think. Yeah. I can remember being in a bowling alley, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and really in the winter all you could do is bowl. And I think it was in a bowling alley that I saw my first Pong and then Pac-Man and all that stuff. No, you know, I've played all the games that I've been critical of. I'm not a gamer, but you know, it's just not my thing. But I played Grand Theft Auto, and I have to tell you, the first time I played it, it was the Grand Theft Auto 3. It made me feel ill. The reason being that, as I alluded to earlier, as someone who's represented women who've been raped and beaten and so forth, it was disturbing that I had the ability through this incredible technology to visit virtual violence on a woman, you know, and I'm sure there are people in here that are concerned about that as well. My son is 16. He's normal except for the fact that he's my offspring, but otherwise he's normal. And, you know, he plays games, and he doesn't play any that Dad doesn't think he should play. Let me tell you, to be 16 years old, live in Miami, and be in a school filled with video gamers, it's not an easy thing to be my son. But I'm familiar with a lot of games. He tells me stuff about games and the game industry that I'm not aware of. But no, I don't. you know, I spent the last 4 years trying to hold on to my law license. That didn't work out. I'm going to get it back, however. I'm in federal court. And we can talk about that a little bit. It's an embarrassing thing to go anywhere and say that you're not a lawyer anymore because you've been disbarred. So I do have more time to play video games now. But I will say this about video games. It's the most amazing technology and teaching tool in the history of the world. The interactivity of video games makes them that powerful tool. And so the people who design these games that come up with creatively with what to do with them, these are powerful people and talented people. But the Greeks said that for art to be art, and there's no question video games are an art form, true art points to what is good, beautiful, or true. And by that, the Greeks were in effect saying that the responsibility of an artist, whether it be a video game developer or anyone, is very great. And that if art can uplift, it can clearly degrade as well. And so the artist is among the most powerful people in any society. This is clearly the most powerful teaching tool ever created. And as I've said for years now, technology is always neutral. You can incinerate or you can illuminate a city with nuclear fission. So I think we need to be careful what we do with this powerful tool. And that's what I've been trying to say. And we'll get into other issues, but that's, you know, I'm a lawyer, or used to be, I get paid by the word, so I can go on and on and on. Yes. It's been my issue. I get emails, I get death threats from people who say, you know, games haven't made me violent, and but I would like to kill you. But there was a kid in Houston, bless his heart. He called me. I have caller ID. He threatened to kill me, and he ended by saying, "Have a nice day." So I called back and I talked to his. This isn't really related to you, but I love to tell the story. So.
The challenge is ready. Now, if you saw, I got my ass kicked in the snowball meeting contest earlier this week. The man who defeated me, hailing all the way from Louisville, Texas, big, large, any way to describe him, he's just a large Mexican guy. We're talking about Jose El Mexicano. Come on up. Jose is here. Let's introduce his opponent. All the way from Houston, Texas. Winner of multiple eating challenges. The man can pack it away, and he doesn't have diabetes. Big red nose. Come on out, if you want to represent him. All right. Here we go. We have two gentlemen right here. Square off. You get a nice, sexy Yoshi Allen music. Let's talk to you first, big red nose. First off, how you doing today? Is your stomach full? Is it empty? Are you ready to rock? Oh, I have a banana today. I think I'm just fine. You've only had a banana just to clear your stomach if you're ready to go. It's a little too numb. It also is rumbling too much. I need a bit of time. Good. Well, I think we're going to be able to accommodate that. Now, going into this, what are your thoughts on this man, Jose, sitting directly to your right? You think you can take this monster down? Because the man can pack it away. As you can see right here. You've got to die. Jose, how you doing?
All right, tired. It's been a long couple days for us, huh? Yep. Everybody. Now, this is your, like, I don't know, million eating challenge that you're the guy we kind of put out there. We've done pizza. We've done, who here wants to see Big Brinzo's win? How many of y'all want to see Jose eat the winners? Gentlemen, at any time, I will be doing my best to keep your drink Brinzo. Did you guys sign the waivers? No, that wasn't any of that. Here we go. On the count of three, let's give a countdown, guys. We're going to start from 3 down to 1. 3, 2, 1, go! Both Big Brinzo's and Jose, now no choking, don't choke. And anytime you think you're going to choke, stop and just take a drink of water. Big Brinzo's is shaking like a leaf over here, maybe a little intimidated by Jose. Jose just chowing down on the dog, nice and big. Left hand or right hand, Big Brinzo's, how you doing right now? Need some water? No, you alright? We need to do a cracker eating contest. You guys ever had a cracker? Yeah! First, lift up your shirt. No, if you're under 18, have your parents' permission before you see this. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so let's give you some instructions here. How do you do this one? Make some water. What do I have to do with it? Because you don't know how to do it, and I think that you want to see you do it. How do you do the trouble shot? Beat you. What do we got? How do we do it? We lift up our shirt. All right, we lift up your shirt and you go like that.
I would like to start by welcoming everyone to Screwtax Gaming Convention and to the debate portion of the event. Today we will be having Jack Thompson, an activist, giving their thoughts on violence in video games. Each party involved will be asked a question and given a maximum of 5 minutes to respond before their opponent is allowed to give a rebuttal. Let's get started here. First up is Mark Methanitis. These intros have been written by each of the respective parties, and I'm just reading them for them. Mark Methanitis is an attorney with Monk Carter, a technology law firm in Dallas, and he is also a Jack Thompson began his public life.
to try the Corey song with TSD, but it's going to sound wacky ass. So here we go. Every day I open up my laptop and log on to SweetTime.com. Special someone I'm longing to gaze upon. A very special person who I can't wait to see. At least she's very special to me. Corey, baby, what's your story? You're the only girl on Screw Attack, and even though Jose's got a nicer rack, I'd even buy a power glove. I'd smash your question mark box and find the power up of love. The way I feel for you is self-explanatory. Describe the way you make life fun. You're like Stan, Zelda, Peach, and Lara Croft in one. I'd be honored and obliged if you would trade consoles with me. I could plug right into your Xbox and you could play around with my Wii. I know I'm crass and vulgar, but it's not meant to be derogatory. Not that smart. I can't even tie my own shoelaces. Ben tied my shoelaces. But I'm sharing your murder. No, baby, I don't care if you part. And I could eat chicken salad right out of your laces. Let's write our own love story. They didn't even know how to like direct fire, catch the ammo and throw enemies at each other. They didn't know what to do.
Guys, don't feel bad.
You told me to go to the road like 600 times. Me?
And also, going on right now is starting on the website. I think it's going on right now. No, I'm not sure.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
we gotta end it like right on time because then the Iron Man finals.
Oh.
Gotta get old.
Okay.
We need a picture phone.
Well, because yeah,
I'm totally gonna take a picture of this and put a caption on the internet.
There we go. I have the 22 points. times and it takes them 21 seconds, which would be a lot of time. We have actually beat the game.
walked like away to the brother, and I just saw like going, starting hard things with them. So I just like walking away, and you know what? And for my pleasure talk, and so I walked back to the one that I had to have for my boss is
20 minutes. Is everybody ready to talk some classics? Yeah! All right. I want everyone to say, talking classics. Talking classics. Talking classics. Talking classics. Talking classics. Talking classics. This is the end of the line. Are you serious? Where are your friends?
I think it's great that we never did.
Next time, everybody brings the
Pretty good. Sonic language. Here.
slow down.
What?
Oh.
Where's it at?
There you go.
Yes! Now run, Sonic, run! Run away. Yes. Run. Take him south.
Yeah.
Gangsta Sonic. The next Sonic. The robot. The robot. Sonic the robot. Moonwalk! So, doing it wrong. Yeah, got it. Leave it. Look at this thing. No, it's still hot.
the line, going down the line, going down the line, going down the line.
It's gonna be awesome.
That's what I was gonna do.
I like it very much.
That's where you think. Oh my God, I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it. Hey, do you know, it's my bag.
How's it going, Greg? Property,
Okay, now that we have that out of our system, I will read some codes from the Game Shark codebook. Using your Game Shark. The top hour to read your favorite games is hand in your hands. No, it's the book in my hand. With the Game Shark, you have the power for infinite lives, health, and ammo. Now you can unlock all those hard-to-get-to levels and characters right off the bat. That's a waste of time. I can do that on my own. Kick out character crowd loud. Convention being key. Aside from with Craig. Just kidding. Craig's awesome. He knows I just have a little bit too much energy. I haven't really gotten in any trouble. Luckily, I think if people see me being an idiot and having too much fun, and they're about to yell at me, they're like, oh, I kind of feel bad for that guy a little bit. Just gotta let him do his thing, and maybe he'll die. What trouble have you gotten in that convention?
This is my first convention.
Have you gotten in any trouble yet?
The closest was the wet Congo with you.
Hey, that's not a PG-13 joke or anything. We had a wet Congo. We had a pool party last night. I don't know if anyone was there. That was pretty awesome. Then, yeah, and then we were all kind of wet, and the only way to dry off was to have a Congo line through the hotel. So it was completely logical. Okay. Good question. Who's next? Y'all, it looks weird if I just go right from the next guy. I'll come back to you. I'm gonna make it like the sea of people with questions. This guy, he's in the middle of this ocean. How's it going, man?
Going good.
What's your question?
What inspired you to make Talking Classic?
Well, video games, yes. I was going to pick up my Neo Geo cabinet, and I was like, oh, this is so good. I should like talk to the guys from King of Kong and be like, I know that movie was alright and all, but I got a Neo Geo over here in my house. So I was like, after like we're there. So they started like showing up every day and just talking about my video games, asking me questions, and I would just answer their questions, and that's what started it, my Neo Geo. Good question. You got a question. High five for asking people. What's your question? Who would win in a fight, you or the video game nerd?
I asked him yesterday.
And he said you would win. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I keep pulling the mic away from you when you're trying to finish your question. It gets that kind of long, and I wish you would wrap it up a little. Just kidding, early high five. Okay, so who would win in a fight, me or the video game nerd? Well, the only way that we would have a fight would be if we're on a video game station, because that guy's
we will not have a repeat champion this year. So what we're going to do is go through the top 16. You did advance to the party order for the competition. Alright, cool. Well, let's run down the top 16 from top to bottom. Starting in 16th place with 90 total Ironman. One was Daniel Piccolo. Daniel, where you at? Go around.
My beat was in the arcade.
Go figure, he's playing game, that's good. That's 15th place, Daniel Lopez. Woo! 14th place, Jamie Street. 14th place, Chris Rozak. 12th place, Joe Fernandez. All right. 11th place, Harrison Cluster. 10th place, all the way from Sweden, Ken Anderson. They're very good at Tetris, not really good at rad racing. 9th place, Don Ruinhuge. The little fighter who could, Enrique Gomez. 6th place, Nick Mitchell. 5th place, Hector Valenzuela. In 4th place, Mark Smith. In 3rd place, with 260 Ironman points, an incredible Tetris game, TJ Harris. Now we're down to the final two. These two train together, so one of them gets bragging rights, and the other one gets a crappy trophy. Where's the second place trophy? Okay, cool. Well, essentially, first place gets the Ironman Gaming Championship belt. Second place gets duct tape NES cartridges Pro. It's really good. So, if you're not first, you're last, right? All right, cool. The winner, so I guess we'll start here. We're down to Jamal and we're down to Josh. Can I get you both you guys come out? Group 4, Josh! Hey, Group 4, What was your training session about? I trained with them too. I was like
like let Josh find out what to do and ask to copy off what to do.
Yeah, pretty much how it went.
But I did show him some NBA Jam.
A little bit of NBA Jam. Okay, cool. One of you is going home with this.
Nice.
There you go. And one of you is going home with this.
That's good.
So in first place, the 2009 Ironman of Gaming champion with 320 Ironman points, Jamal Nickens. There you go. Any words of advice to future Ironman wannabes?
It takes a lot of practice and dedication. I mean, a lot of mad props out here to Josh. You're only as good as your people that you fight with. I mean, that goes to any competitive games. You got to play against the best. Like going to you're going Sweden today. So,
I'm Twittering it right now.
I will put Twitter. Thank you, everybody.
Big round of applause for Josh Anderson. Let's do this,